What is good, Neo family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one, I'm going to be talking about the one and only Neo stock, what you should be looking out for the future. I'm also going to do some in-depth technical analysis, give you guys my new price prediction for tomorrow, based off what the charts are showing and based off what the data is suggesting. I'm also going to break down what's going on in the overall market and how this is affecting Neo, and also what the data is showing for Neo as well. Now, before I break anything down, before I get into any more details, I do have to mention a couple of things before starting. Firstly, I'm not a financial planner. Don't take any of this as financial advice whatsoever. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. And not only benefits me, it benefits the entire Neo community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you're guaranteed up to 12 free stocks, each worth up to $2,000. The best part is any of these 12 free stocks could be a free Tesla share, a free NIO share, or a mix of all of them. It's a limited time offer. The offer ends in just 2 weeks. Check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So NIO, at the time of recording this, is down over 11%. It's dropping very hard. And in my opinion, all right, from a fundamental standpoint, there is no good reason for why this happened. NIO did not do anything wrong. NIO did not mess up at something to cause this to happen. This is just the market being the market. We're seeing shorts piling in on NIO. We're also seeing lots of Chinese EVs taking a big hit after like the lockdowns were announced. And also they're just taking a big hit collectively as well, as there is lots of negative sentiment right now. And it's very unfortunate. I really understand the pain lots of investors are kind of like experiencing, but I personally do not see this as the end of the world. And here's exactly why. So firstly, let's look at the data first. And I'm going to break down what's going on with NIO share price. So something bad that's happening, that's not good news, in my honest opinion, is the volume. The volume is very high, 88 million, but we are crashing on high volume. That's often a bad sign for markets, for stocks. And then looking at the shorts volume percentage, I think this is going to skyrocket to the upside. We're going to see the shorts and the sellers gain an edge in this stock. Unfortunately, looking at the data for it, we can see NIO's overall thesis and the way it's like moving right now. Huge comparison between NIO and SPY can be made. Very low price pairs ratio for NIO. And then coming down, we're getting all buy ratings despite everything going on with NIO share price. And I wanted to actually come down. Excuse me, guys. I wanted to come down to this right here. So if we go back to like August, we got a big spike in the short interest, comes down for some time. It was actually downtrending a little bit. Then it's starting to go up and up and up, and the shorts are just going crazy right now. You can see these bars got way higher recently, more consistently than like back here and like back in like August. So the shorts are just piling in, hurting NIO, attacking the company, manipulating it, which is what they typically do. So because NIO is so shorted, there is potential for this thing to actually cause a short squeeze in the future. But are we there yet? The answer is no. The shorts are still piling in, so that's why I'm still very careful. Despite all the bad things happening to the share price, right? I want to make something clear. It's not the end of the world. It is not. Because when we look at the data and what it's actually showing for NIO, we could see NIO delivered the ET7 to the first batch of users in Germany and the Netherlands and started a journey to meet the future together with global users. So what's my view of NIO, okay? There are people saying that, okay, if NIO was a good company, why is the share price not soaring? Well, let's take a few steps back. Is Apple a good company, guys? Is Apple a good company? If you look at the daily on Apple, the all-time high was 182 a share. We're at 140s. So Apple was taking a big hit, even though Apple's a strong company. All right. What about Tesla? Tesla's all-time high, $414. All right. Where's Tesla right now? $200. So it's down almost 50%. What about other companies out there? GME has strong fundamentals, right? GME's all-time high, $120 a share. It was trading in the like 30, 40 zone, 60 zone for the majority of the year. Where is it right now? $24. Look at the SPY. Let's pull up the SPY. All-time high in the SPY was almost $500. Right now it's in the 360s. So the point I'm making is NIO is not a bad company fundamentally. Fundamentally, they're expanding to other countries. They're getting stronger. If you actually look at what's going on with the company, the deliveries keep on improving. I could even bring up the deliveries for you guys just to show you. Excuse me, guys. NIO has strong deliveries. NIO is growing every single day. They're expanding to other countries. They're working on AI technology. They have so much going on. I think down here somewhere we can see the deliveries. NIO's deliveries. They beat expectations. They have collective 249,000 deliveries in total. But when the shorts pile in and the whole market is crashing, NIO is going to be coming down, unfortunately. Despite how strong it is, despite the high deliveries, AI technology they're working on, expansions to Europe and other countries, the new models they announced, during a bear market, some stocks are going to get shorted very hard and come down harder than others. And that's what's happening to NIO, guys. I mean, there's not much I can really say. Now, in a previous video, if you guys were looking at my videos from a couple of days ago, a few weeks ago, I did an analysis of NIO. And using a Fibonacci retracement, I mentioned to everyone there was a possibility that when the market crashed, NIO could actually come down below $10 into the 9 zone pretty quickly, if not the 8. All right, and that could be the absolute bottom for NIO. Now, do I believe that's guaranteed? The answer is no, because we're in the 10s right now. We're holding the 10s. We have to break below 10 to get to the 9s. And that does look very possible if the market were to crash, which it probably is. So it's very unfortunate, guys. I know, but I'm not worried about this because I'm very bullish long term. But for the short term, NIO is coming down pretty hard. If I hide the drawings that I have on here and we look at the weekly on NIO, NIO was never in this level that we are currently at since, what was that, 2020. That's the last time we saw NIO this low. And we have a gap around the 9s. There's actually another gap in the 7s. I think you have to look on the daily chart to see it. So we have two major gaps, guys. It looks like NIO is going to come down to single digits. I know it's very hard. I know there were signs the market was showing of like really nice pushes to the upside, but NIO is just not really like having it. NIO is not holding up as well. So unfortunately, the shorts piling in, them trying to short this stock to the ground, the attacks this share price is getting, with NIO having these gaps down here, right, into like that 7, the 9, this almost $8 range right here, it does look like NIO has more room to come down, especially as the market's getting closer to a potential crash. And it's very tough, very hard. I mean, I thought that NIO would approach max pain for the week because we were showing so much life. And if anything, SPY is holding up pretty well so far. We're still in the 368 zone at the time of recording this. NIO, on the other hand, is just being manipulated. That's the easiest way for me to say it. So what does this mean for NIO? I'm not scared though. I'm not worried whatsoever about what the current price action is showing for the stock because I'm confident that when the market recovers, we are going to recover very, very hard. And let me show you this. Look at SPY, guys. Imagine you were investing in something like the SPY. All right, we could go back to like 2008, right here. People thought we went from like 125, the market crashes to like $50. Oh no, it's the end of the world. We're never going to come back. These companies are dead. What happened? A year or two later, we get a full recovery of huge, huge bull market. You guys see that, right? Look at 2020. Huge flash crash. We go from 300 all the way down to 200 flat. People think it's the end of the world. We're down almost 50%. What happened? The market cycle came back. The bull market came back. We came to new all-time highs. So now we've been dropping and dropping and dropping. Honestly, guys, it's having a negative effect on NIO. There's negative sentiment in China. There are more lockdowns. All of these things are just not in our favor. NIO is coming down with it. All right? We could prepare to see NIO in the 9s, guys. I know it's very unfortunate, but it's okay. It's okay because this is a very good opportunity to finally buy these stocks. I want to ask you a question. Do you think NIO is weaker fundamentally than when it was at like the $70 range in 2020? NIO has more deliveries. They have more power swap stations. They're expanding more around the world. They're developing their technology in Silicon Valley. They're better now than they were back then. And back then, the share price was in the 60s, the 50s, the 40s. Why? Because we were in a bull market that allowed NIO to push up, more buyers came in, but now we're not in that bull market, we're in a bear market, and this is what just happens. So I'm not worried. Like I said, very good buying opportunity. I'm going to be loading the boat on NIO shares. I'm already buying more shares. I'm going to be dollar cost averaging down, not financial advice, by the way. I'm still excited. So for the short term, yes, I'm hoping NIO gets a small pop. We kind of like start to push up because we are oversold. Look at this from an RSI perspective. We are very oversold right now. NIO should get a big push up first, and maybe like the 12s again. Then we could come lower back down to the 9s and the $8 range, unfortunately. Sorry to say that, guys, but that is what the chart is essentially showing us. I'm hoping for a nice bounce over the next like couple of days. I want to see this thing come back to the 12s. It would just require a small push. Then we should come down and continue to drop from there. If NIO gets a nice balance and we start pushing up, because it is very oversold, I want to see this gap get filled once again in the 12s. Then after that, this thing could come tumbling down, unfortunately. All right, so it's okay, guys. Good buying opportunities are here. Do what you have to do, and I'll most definitely see you guys in the next video. NIO to the moon, because remember, the long-term future, in my opinion, is still very bright as the fundamentals are strong, and when fundamentals drive the market, NIO will make a comeback. I really believe it. And if you guys go like 2-3 years into the future, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. I may sound crazy right now, but trust me, I'm confident in this company, and I know it will come back no matter what people try to say. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. NIO to the moon, and peace out.